Right guys, MBZ here, and I have a rematch with the awesome Magnitude from YouTube, Team Equinox. You know him, you love him, and he is so close to 1,000 subscribers, it isn't even funny. So go subscribe to him, leave the link in the description, and yeah, here we go. So I've got some new guys here, and I'm leading off with Creep, and these guys were made by M4GNITUDE from YouTube, Team Equinox, wherever, so he's pretty cool. Thanks to him for that. That was awesome. And yeah, so this balloon is actually a scarf loom, and he used magic coat with the Smiggle. So that was, I did not predict that at all. I had no idea he would do that. I thought I'd be faster, get a spore on him, but he just backfires it in my face, which wasn't funny. So obviously I have to switch, and I go to Lando to threaten him with some sort of superpower bullet punch thing. I actually decide to U-turn after he stealth rocked, and he goes to a Rotom. So this thing's kind of annoying, and it does trouble me quite a bit during the match. So I go to Purple, this Alakazam, which is a really, really funny set. But unfortunately, he's Scarfed, and he Shadow Balls, and I die. So I didn't get to use him at all this match, so maybe I'll use him another match and show you what he does. He's kind of strange. But yeah, maybe do that next time, I guess. Well, I go to Fatty because probably the best thing to stop this Rotom, even though he doesn't know that I don't have Crunch. So basically I'm kind of bluffing here, saying that I might have Crunch and beware. So I curse up, predicting some switch, and he goes to Latias, and he goes for a trick and gets the Scarf on me, and I can pretty much see he's trying to get Scarfs on all my guys. He got Trick Scarf with Latias and Rotom and someone else or something. So I body slam, and it does quite a bit, but he's going to switch to Rotom, and I'm stuck with the Choice Scarf on Fatty, which is gay. So that's really not going to work. So I go out to Rotom, and it HPs, which I don't know what type it is. I'm guessing Ice. So I take it neutral. I go for a Will-O-Wisp, and he predicts me nicely. So he's predicting me pretty well here. And I actually decided to stay in Pain Split, thinking that he'd go for a Fire move, and I'd be able to get something good from that. But he actually makes a misprediction, and Earth Power's there, which is good. So I get a Pain Split off. And he's going to switch here to Rotom, and I Thunder Punch the incoming thing, which doesn't do much. And now I'm going to go for a Shadow Sneak, I think, or I switch. I do switch because I want to, I don't want to get the trick, because I know he's going to try and trick his Choice Scarf onto me. So I go to Creep, because Creep has a Choice Scarf, and that's good for it. So it doesn't lose its item, but gets another one of it. So anyway, I stay in to try and wake up, but he actually predicts my switch and goes for Pursuit, so that's very, very lucky that I stayed in there, and meant that I was able to use Creep later on. So, well, not really, but that's a lie. So anyway, but Creep survived there. So he went to Rotom, and I'm going to have to switch out this Breloom thingamajig because it's asleep, and I don't want it to stay in. So I predict the HP Ice, and I go to Thin Lizzy, epic band, to take it. And now I know he is Scarfed, so he's going to have to switch. So I decide to go for a Ice Punch, but unfortunately he goes to a Mace Windu, and Mace Windu with his purple lightsaber is going to be a problem for this guy. So I decide to bulk up, and I'm not sure what he's going to do. I sort of think he's going to U-turn, not quite sure what else he might do. But he actually bullet punches, which is good. So he's pretty much mispredicting everywhere with this Scizor, and it's working in my favor quite nicely. So he bullet punches as I bulk up, and I know I can live quite a few more, so I'm just going to keep hitting him with Waterfall until he goes down. Looks to be a 2-hit KO from here, so I'm pretty happy about that, and I'm going to go for the Waterfall. But this made me very sad because he lives on 1 HP. And that actually happened twice in this match, so that wasn't great. So Waterfall does take him down, but I could have, if that damage calc had worked better for me, I would have been able to use Floatzel later, because basically Floatzel came in as death fodder, so would have been nice to be able to use him, but I'm going to have to switch him out and go to my Snorlax, because that's probably the best thing to take on this Heatran. Even though it has a Choice Scarf, Earthquake's going to be good. And I decided to Body Slam instead of Earthquake, and he goes to smaller C, so it doesn't actually, regardless, make a difference. So, yeah, anyway, I'm going to have to switch here, mainly because he's a ghost, also because I'm Choice Scarf, but us two very, very experienced players decide to stay in and body slam and shadow ball each other. So I decide to stay in again and body slam him, because I know that will do a lot of damage, but he goes to Heat Tram, and body slam does a decent amount. So after we'd just been complete noobs, he decided to take the switch, because I just wasn't going to switch. I was going to keep body slamming that Rotom until it died, but it didn't die, so oh well. It comes again, and we're up for some more antics with body slam. I decide to stay in because I want to see what he locks himself into. It turns out to be Thunderbolt this time, because he's not as stupid as last time, but apparently I was. So I go to Dusknoir to take the Thunderbolt, and it does take it pretty well, which was good. And Dusknoir was pretty much the MVP of this match. Helped me, you know, quite a great deal. So I go for the, I believe I go for the Shadow Sneak, and he actually goes to Heat Tram, so it takes it nicely. And now I'm gonna have to T-punch, so yeah. But go to Snorlax as a kind of death fodder, and he does kill me. So goodbye, fatty. Bye. And I'm gonna have to switch here, so I'm deciding to go to something. So I'm going to go to a Dusknoir. So Dusknoir comes in, and I decide to go for a Thunder Punch because that's the best thing to do. So punch him in the face. He magic coats, predicting my Will-O-Wisp, but of course I have Clevers and I has a brains, so I would not do that. Like zzz. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And he spikes up. Now those spikes were pretty crucial for him, mainly because it meant I couldn't bring Floatzel back in, which is why it couldn't do anything, because Stealth Rock and spikes would take it out if they were both in play, and they are both in play. So now that's a bit of a nuisance, and it's going to do a little bit more damage to my other guys as well, so that's not really good at all for me in any way possible. So he goes to Rotom here, and I do Shadow Sneak it, and he Shadow Balls, but I do live it, so things are looking pretty nice, and I'm definitely going to be able to finish it off with another one, so I decide to go for it. And I really should have predicted here instead of going for it, because he went to Heatran and it does nothing. So I could have T-Punch there, which would have been a lot better, but I didn't. And he Dragon Pulses, which I live, which I'm surprised he Dragon Pulsed. He should have probably gone for an Earth Power at least, or even a Fire Blast, but probably he was afraid of it missing. I got the Power Hacks, and he lives on 1 HP again, so that really sucks, but I do manage to take him out. And Dusknoir is still on sort of medium-ish health, low-ish, so he's still useful in a way. Anyways, Conquer comes out, and Shadow Sneak is probably my best option. Well, it is my best option, so I go for it. And he Draco Meteors, which I thought was kind of strange because it might have missed, so but oh well. He gets a useless crit and I go down. So in comes Scizor, and now he's thinking crap because basically Scizor is pretty much destructive, and it always is destructive. So it takes Bullet Punch and kills the thing, and he's going to go to his 6th here, which is Lucario. Now this is pretty frightening for me because I don't have much that can take Lucario on, and I'm locked into Bullet Punch. So I'm going to try and switch and go to Thin Lizzie's Death Fodder, and he actually Extreme Speed, so I'm so glad he didn't Swords Dancer. That was very, very lucky for me. So this was pretty much my downfall, because I decide to go here and I decide to Superpower, forgetting about the Rotom. And unfortunately for me, it misses because it's a ghost and it doesn't eat fighting moves, so I have to go to Creep, and Creep dies to the Shadow Ball, and yeah, that was pretty bad. So this is coming up to the end here, because basically I'm going to finish him off with a Bullet Punch, and his Lucario's Extreme Speeds are going to take me down before my Bullet Punch manages to kill him. So, you know, I could have won that if I just stayed in at the start with Scizor, because you can see Extreme Speed really doesn't do a lot at all to me. So I could have easily lived quite a few of those and taken him out. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, and I lost 1-0, but it was a great game, Mags, and got his vengeance for that 5-0 a while back. So great game, and comment, rate, subscribe. So really good game, Magnitude. Go subscribe to him now, comment, rate, sub, and check you guys later. Peace.